What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. I noticed something over the weekend. Now, Friday was South Park's Halloween episode. You might not know this because literally nobody was talking about it. Sure, the Daily Beast and all these other left-wing rags were talking about how amazing and how hilarious it was. Did you see any clips on Twitter? On X? Nah. Was there anybody talking about it? Nah. I've noticed something. And their ratings have absolutely been crashing. And the creators of the show have been having a meltdown about it. They're raging. In fact, they let us see the truth in a small clip on Friday night, which we're going to look at right now. By the way, thank you everyone who has joined over at thequartering.com/join as a member. It's extremely helpful. I'm really loving talking to all of you guys in the Discord. You don't have to download the app either. You can just use the web version and talk to me there. You talk to me directly and all sorts of other stuff there. I noticed something. There has not been a single article glazing South Park ratings in nearly 2 months. Did you know that? In nearly 2 months. Here's the last one I could find. It was August 13th. That's almost 2 months ago was the last time anybody talked about South Park ratings. Now, this article about South Park 2 weeks ago, not about ratings. South Park ratings, August 13th. There's nobody reporting ratings. Nobody's reporting on any of the ratings. The only thing I can find is that it's massively declining, each episode. Now, again, it's possible, I think a premiere, to step back after a premiere, that would not be crazy, We've seen this, South Park, how it's basically gone down 2 weeks in a row. If we go to the South Park subreddit, and we look for ratings, I'm not sure where they're even pulling these. Every single South Park ranked by viewers, nobody's talking about ratings 2 months ago, nobody's rating, nothing. 2 months ago, again, 845,000 viewers, blah, 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 blah. Nobody's talking about it. Then, on Friday night in this episode, South Park breaks the fourth wall and cleverly admits that it, quote, sucks now since political crap took over. South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone admitted in Friday's Halloween episode that South Park sucks now, but it's not likely in the way that most could have predicted. A special Friday episode of South Park continues satirizing President Trump and members of his administration, including Pam Bondi, but the main characters of the show, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, went off and launched their own meme coin called South Park Sucks Now. The character of Stan finds himself living in his grandfather's retirement home after his father's business goes belly up. When Stan's friends come to visit him, he goes off on the state of South Park, the name of the show in the Colorado town they live in, saying it's been ruined by, quote, all the political crap lately. South Park has a long history of satirizing both sides of the political aisle. No, it doesn't. When was the last episode they had making fun of Joe Biden? Or Kamala Harris? Can you even think of it? I can't. Have they even ever put Kamala Harris in an episode? Made fun of her? I don't think so. Right? The solution all this ends up being launching a meme coin. For this segment, Stan Marshall leads a commercial where he's speaking directly to the South Park audience. In the commercial, Stan says he's fed up with the direction of South Park and asks people to drop $10 on their meme coin. It could be worth up to 10 times as much any day now, he said. Hey guys, if you come here, you're likely joining the chorus of voices that are fed up with the direction our town is going. They're obviously talking about their show. We all want change in our community, and now there's an opportunity to truly make your voice heard. Introducing South Park Sucks Now cryptocurrency coin. The digital meme token is your way to be part of the town's fastest growing community in America. This used to be a great town before all the politics came in and ruined it all. Get in our crypto meme coin with this incredible pre-sale offer. Each coin is just $9.95, which could be worth up to 10 times overnight. Do you want South Park to change? Then order your coins at southparksucksnow.com. Stan is not a financial advisor, and they go through this. South Park's focus on Trump and his administration this season has earned plenty of pushback from MAGA supporters and even people in the administration. Well, it's not, like, again, I've always said this, that Trump is very memeable. All right. You can meme Trump. It's funny, but like, I think that they're reading the subreddit and they know. South Park deploys South Park sucks now URL not somehow in use since 2006. Again, it's official. It sucks now. I love how they even acknowledge the subreddit in the episode. I wonder how often they read the post. I cannot speak to who's active in the subreddit these days, but years ago, one of the people that ran their website was active here and made some claims about the show. I mean, they're getting their advice from Reddit. Is anybody surprised if the South Park writers are hanging out on their subreddit? I'm not.
Now, yeah, everyone's having a hard.
Oops, it stopped. Let me show you the clip if I can.
Now, yeah, everyone's having a hard time. And you know what the problem is? Nobody's doing anything about it. How many weeks has it been now dealing with one stupid thing after another? The truth is, I think a lot of people are just afraid to admit that South Park sucks now. South Park sucks now?
It does.
Yeah, everyone knows it. South Park sucks now. And it's because of all this political shit. We're just getting totally bogged down in it. Remember when we used to do stuff? Just us guys? Ever since all this
They're literally referring to articles that have criticized the show that the boys aren't even a part of the show anymore. The boys' hijinks. Like, this is such an incredible cope. Now, people on the left are going to say, you know, the people at the TDS, they're going to be like, oh my God, they totally owned the maggots. How are those ratings going, South Park? There's a reason you haven't released them in 2 months, and it's because they're going down every week. Now, surely they're going down because you have an uneven release schedule. Nobody really knows when you're on different days of the week. That hurts. But for the most part, the show is just boring now. I know what I'm going to get. It's going to be yet another episode about Trump.
political crap took over. It's like, what? Like what happened to us? Like, Kenny, I haven't even heard you say anything in like 4 months.
What the heck do you want to say, dude?
You see, that's what I mean. We don't even know what to say. South Park's getting ruined, and all us Gen Alpha kids are just sitting here watching it happen.
You're
Yeah.
right, dude.
I mean, either they understand it or they're coping. My guess is coping. Giant Freaking Robot writes, South Park sucks now, and it's on purpose. South Park has always been a counterculture show. And one of the reasons I've been critical of the current run of episodes in season 27 and 28 is that the series has become a hotbed for political commentary. Just like every other late night program, it's no longer unique. It's preaching to the choir, which is just so boring. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are well aware of this, and for the first time they pull the curtain back in their latest episode, The Woman in the Hat, which isn't just critical of the Trump administration, but their own creation as well. Stan Marsh, who always served as Parker's avatar, sums it up succinctly in what he says. South Park sucks now. It's all because of this political ish. We're just getting totally bogged down in it. Remember when we used to do stuff just as guys? Like, Stan is Trey Parker. Like, he is openly, if you understand the lore, if you understand the Stan character, then you know that this isn't a reach. This is literally Trey Parker saying the show sucks now. I've been saying this for months. I miss the old South Park because the episodes involving the boys and their misadventures have always been the best part of the show. I've been called a fascist for being critical of the show. That's critical of our current president, as if you can't be critical of both things for different reasons. Let me be clear. Being critical of a TV series that's critical of Donald Trump does not mean you also can't be critical of Donald Trump. Those two things are different things. The fact that needs to be spelled out is beyond sad because it demonstrates how bad we are at critical thinking. Recent seasons have revolved around long political arcs featuring Trump, Satan, and serialized storylines instead of one-off chaos, which has made the early years iconic. That shift has divided the fans in a big way. Quote, it's worth noting, however, that I'm not alone in having these thoughts about South Park. The Woman in the Hat is currently ranked 286th on IMDb, according to fan ratings, which is 7.3 star rating as of this writing. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who seemingly now realize that they wrote themselves into a corner, much like they did in season 20, where they banked on Hillary Clinton winning in 2016, only to rewrite entire arcs on the fly when she lost, are facing a similar predicament. South Park commentators on YouTube have echoed the same sentiment as the series has gotten too political, with creators like Blooms and Tufts expertly breaking down exactly what's wrong with the show. While I can't say for certain if Parker and Stone have actually watched these breakdowns, I can't say with confidence that they're aware of the perceived decline of the show's quality. Having spent considerable amount of time turning the mirror towards critics and themselves, The Woman in the Hat, I'm actually starting to think that season 27 and 28 are part of the long con to have their cake and eat it too. They're still going to go after Trump administration and hard, but also intentionally taking their own show in the process to prove a point. Without getting the politics satire angle, and South Park continues to spit out The Woman in the Hat because anyone can look it up on Wikipedia, I instead want to focus on the boys and the crusade to save their own town from being overrun with politics. Stan, who wants to save South Park, takes a page from Butterball's playbook in the season's 16 episode, where the best way to prove his point is screwing people out of money. This is exactly what Parker and Stone have done with their $1.5 billion deal with Paramount. They delayed season 27's production to avoid politics and focus on the boys. They felt compelled to go full tilt into politics after a lengthy negotiation and legal wrangling. During this time, overly political shows like The Late Night Show and Stephen Colbert were being pulled or altered by Paramount Global, which only reinforced the idea that Parker and Stone needed to say something in the name of free speech, deciding to double down and go hard on current events before the ink even dried on the new contract and South Park creators became more relevant than ever with Sermon on the Mount. You know, a giant middle finger, I'll stick around. Here's how he ends this. I could be way off base here, but it certainly seems that this is all by design. Parker and Stone taking the $1.5 billion and alienating their core audience in the process is probably the most countercultural thing anyone could do. And they're laughing all the way to the bank. As for the rest of season 28, I think I'll stick around. It was great seeing the boys sitting at the same table again, figuring out how to save South Park, while also hearing Trey Parker use Stan to vent his frustrations over the creative direction his show has taken. They know. They tanked it on purpose, and nobody is surprised who's been watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. I certainly hope they change their direction. We'll talk to you again real soon.